Hello friends, today I'm going to show you some e.l.f. products. These are e.l.f. face products and I'm just going to run through a few of them. I think these are all from the Studio line. Whatever way you look at it, they're not the $1 line. So these are just a few things from the Studio lines and a couple of things, maybe just one thing that's from I think the Mineral line, and that I'll show you that first. That's the e.l.f. primer, and they call it the Mineral Infused Face Primer. This is a good primer. I've used it. It's $6. I've used it for about a month. It is a little greasy. It is a lot greasy. But I have dry skin, so that doesn't really bother me. When I put it on, I do feel like it kind of sinks in to help fill in pores and maybe fine lines. But mostly I think it helps my dry skin not be dry. I get it right around here, and it does. And when I put foundation on without this, it does show up. I have that dry skin, looks like peeling. So this does help with that, so it makes it where I don't have that. I will say I have some large pores here next to my nose, and I don't think this fills those in as much as I would like. I feel like I can still see those after putting foundation on. And this is with Revlon Color Stay Foundation, which is the one I've been using consistently for, consistently. The other thing I'll show you is the high definition powder. And this is one of the silica powders. I'm sure you've probably seen this before. It comes with a puff like that, which you can use to help make your makeup last longer instead of a brush. And then there's a little powder. I don't know if you can see. There we go. It has a sifter like this, and then the powder is very, very fine. It's the silica powder. It's white. When you look at it, it goes on. You can't see it. You can see it under flash photography, but I don't get my picture taken every day with flash photography. So that's not really a concern for me. I do feel like it does smooth out the skin, and it's the only drugstore priced high definition powder I've seen, because that's $6 on the website. I haven't seen it in the stores. Sometimes you can get e.l.f. products in Target. This is not one of the ones that I've seen in Target. I've just seen this one on eyeslipsface.com. So I did order it. I ordered the primer that way too. I haven't seen that inside Target. I've seen this just recently, this Mist and Set inside Target. And this is a makeup spray. I think it's supposed to be comparable to like Max Fix Plus or, whatever setting spray you've seen. What's the other one? Model in a Bottle. All those. I don't really totally believe in these setting sprays like hairspray for the face. I don't think that happens. I have used this. You hold it a few, 6 to 8 inches from your face. Just spray. It smells. It doesn't have a very strong smell at all, but when you do get a whiff of it, it smells like nothing. Cucumber and mixed with water, maybe. So nothing. But a fresh scent. I don't think that it's making my makeup stay on longer, but like I said, I don't really believe that these sprays do that. What I do use this for is if I've got a little too much powder or I look a little powdery more than I plan to, which is at all, then I spray a little of this on and it kind of takes that down. The other thing I'll show you, and this one that you're going to see is a little bit modified, and I'll explain that. But it's the e.l.f. Corrective Concealer Palette. So it's supposed to have a skin tone, a lighter one, a darker one, a pink, and a green. So, and it has a mirror. Mine does not look like it looks when you buy it. The section that's supposed to have the pink is not what it is anymore, and obviously you don't have a piece dug out. So let me show you the green. Ooh. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm pressing really hard, and I'm not making a dent, and that's because this is a really hard, it's almost like as if you put a regular cream foundation in the freezer. That's what it feels like. I've never done that, so I don't know what that actually feels like. But so I rubbed it really hard back and forth a bunch of times, and you can see that green. That's the only way to get any pigment out of this. Even that, when I look at it on my finger, I can see my skin through it because it's not very pigmented at all. You can't even see this, and that's because it doesn't show up. I don't think it's useful. It's not going to cover up my redness and make that be corrected. So what I did, as you'll see, the pink, when you get it's like white with a pink tint to it. So I mixed the darkest skin tone color, which will never work for me because I'm very white, with the pink. And I worked it and worked it and worked it with a brush until it gave it this kind of salmon-y color, which is what you really want. And then I mixed it around so that now it's got a creamier consistency. It's not so hard. It's still not very pigmented, but with the creamier consistency, you can get a little more on there. And it doesn't cake up or anything. I haven't noticed that it does that. But now I've got that salmon color that you need for dark circles to cancel out the blue or kind of purple that you get with dark circles, which I have a lot. They're dark. They're blue and purple and black sometimes. I have pretty dark circles under my eyes. So I've used that as a corrective concealer now. And I think it works okay. I mean, if you were looking for an alternative to the really expensive, well, what a lot of people call really expensive, like the Bobbi Brown Salmon Concealer or the Eve Pearl Concealer, the corrective concealers people talk about, this palette Modified can work for that. And this is, I think, $3.50. I think this is Studio Line and it's $3.50. If not, at the most, it's $6. So it's quite a much less expensive situation you'll be working with. I'm a fan of e.l.f. overall. I think that they have great products comparable to really good drugstore products and comparable to some high-end products, but for really great prices. So overall, I'm a fan of e.l.f. This is just not, no, this isn't it. But Modified, I actually like it, but it takes a lot of work, and I don't know if you want to pay for something just so you can modify it and turn it into something good.